Hey everyone, Siam here. So it's been a while since I made a little face to camera type video, and this video is all about life course corrections, because every single year around New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, everyone goes into panic planning mode and they feel that they have to make some New Year's resolutions, and guess what? None of these plans ever come to fruition. So this is what you need to do. Okay, so back when I was doing pilot training in the Air Force, when we were doing, the first time I was introduced to aerial or aviation navigation, it was a bit of an eye-opener for me, because I thought that you'd go from A to B using some snazzy equipment, but you don't. In basic training, what you do is you have a map, you draw out the route or the track that you want to fly, and all you use is a compass and 2 stopwatches. That is it. Compass and 2 stopwatches and a map. That is all you do if you go from A and B. And what you find is that you are off track. Like if A is here and B is here, you're pretty much off track 90 to 97% of the time. And all you're doing are course corrections every 2 minutes, every 5 minutes. It depends what technique you're using. So you're never on track. You're always deviating and then course correcting. And that's what life is. That's what you need to be doing in life. And yeah, there's a thing called the 1 in 60 rule in flying. So it means that if you fly for 60 miles, but you're 1 degree off track, at the end of that 60 miles, you'll be 1 mile off track. So you'd get to your destination like 60 miles later and go, Jesus, I can't even see the target. So yeah, and the 1 in 60 rule is so important in all of our lives, basically. So this is what I do. You just need to forget the calendar. You don't have to wait until next January to start planning your life and changing it now. Do it now. It's as I say, as I'm talking, it's the 24th of Jan. You'll probably see this in a few days. Just do it now. And what I personally have is a 10-year vision. So I look forward, I get a big piece of paper out and go, right, magic one time, what would I like to be? Oh, who would I like to be? What would I like to be doing? What would I like to see my life look like and those around me and the things that we do? Magic wand style, what do I want in 10 years time, okay? So that's your 10-year vision. And then what I do is I have a 5-year mission. So I guess in every 10-year block, every 10-year vision, you then have basically 2 missions, so 2 5-year missions. And so what the 5-year mission is it gives you something physical, something real that you're actually striving for. And when you can nail those 2 missions, those 2 5-year missions, it will achieve your 10-year vision. So instead of coming up with silly New Year's resolutions, all you're doing every year is simply course correcting. That is all you're doing. It's not changing your life, every freaking year and not ever accomplishing any of your new plans. You're simply course correcting every year. You go, right, here's where I wanted to be. Where am I now? Ah, shit, I need to get back on track. Let's go left or right or etc. And the thing is, with your 5-year mission, you need to really break that down. So you'll end up with probably 10, 20 enabling targets, okay? So what I mean by an enabling target is, so it could be, if you have a business, it could be, right, one enabling target would be, I need to get a full team fully trained up and automated and running autonomously. So if you achieve that little enabling target, that's going to massively help with your business and your 5-year mission. So yeah, that's pretty much all I do. I've got my crazy plans, I've got my enabling targets, my 5-year, 10-year missions, and I do slightly different things. But yeah, if you stick to something like that and just course correct every year, you'll find that you'll do a lot more than you imagine. There's that cheesy quote that's been going around a lot for years now, where people massively overestimate what they can do in a year, but massively underestimate what they can do in 5 years. In the world of business, it's basically people overestimate what they can do in 1, 2, maybe 5 years, but massively underestimate what they'll do in 15 years. Pretty much every overnight success you've seen in the business scene, they've been at it for 10, 15 years before they strike it big. So, hope that helps. See you soon. Bye.